Welcome to the 2023 Tax Software Awards. I'm your host, Justine with The College Investor, and we have reviewed dozens of tax software, and we have selected the best and the greatest out of 14 different categories to help you file your taxes online. Let's get into it. When it comes to filing your taxes online, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to tax software. That's why we've broken up the tax software into 14 different categories. We named a winner and a runner-up in each specific category to help you determine what kind of tax filer you are and what type of program best fits your needs. So let's go ahead and jump into the best overall tax software for 2023. This year, our winner is TurboTax. TurboTax continues to push the envelope when it comes to filing your taxes online. It has a very robust user experience and software that is very easy to guide tax filers through their tax filing situation. Now, with the best and brightest of tax software also comes the most expensive. It is the most expensive tax software out there, but you get what you pay for. It is so nice to be able to cruise right through your tax filing situation with the ease and use of TurboTax, and that's why it makes our overall winner for 2023. Our runner-up in this category is H&R Block. I really loved just how beautiful it looked like on the inside. I think that really does make a difference, and it matters when you're talking about filing your own taxes. H&R Block did a fantastic job of upgrading their tax software year over year, and that's why they are our runner-up. But if you want to avoid expensive prices, then our next category is the best free tax software of 2023, and this year's winner is Cash App Taxes. Cash App Taxes is truly the only completely free tax software that we found out there that actually has a great user experience. Now, if you have multiple state filings that you need to do, or you've accepted foreign income in the last year, those are two scenarios in which Cash App Taxes would not actually work for you because the software does not support those two features. However, if you have anything else, truly any other tax forms, you can go ahead and file those taxes through Cash App Taxes. Our runner-up in this category is the free edition of H&R Block. Now, along with W-2 income, you can also report Social Security income, the earned income credit, the child tax credit. You can also report student loan interest deductions and education credits. That's actually a lot of different forms that you can report through the free edition of H&R Block, which is why it's our runner-up. Our next category is best tax software for maximizing credits and deductions. Now, a lot of tax filers are actually going to fall into taking that standard deduction versus itemizing, but there are still a few individuals who might really be paying attention to those needs and features this year. Our winner in this category is TurboTax. Of course, TurboTax takes the cake here because of those specific needs that you might have when itemizing. Plus, it just makes it so fast to be able to walk through their tax software compared to the others that we had reviewed this past year. This one just makes it so easy. Again, you get what you pay for. This is going to be top level pricing, but it's going to make itemizing and claiming those, maximizing those credits and deductions just so much more easy. Our runner-up in this category is Cash App Taxes. Even if you have a long list of deductions that you want to claim, you can do so very easily through this software. Let's talk about our next category, which is best tax software for student loan borrowers. Even though we saw the payment and interest waiver extend throughout 2022, there are still borrowers who are working with private student loans that may be making payments and also payments on interest. And so you want a reliable tax software that is going to help you make the most of those student loan interest forms. And that's why our winner is TaxSlayer. So if you're a recent college grad and you have private student loans specifically for 2022 that you were paying on, TaxSlayer has a great balance of features and affordable pricing. Our runner-up in this category is the free edition of H&R Block. Now, if you truly only have maybe that student loan interest deduction form in a W-2, then this would work out really great for your benefit. However, if you have things like interest forms or an HSA, then this probably won't be the best option for you. But if you are a student loan borrower and you're looking for a great tax software, TaxSlayer and H&R Block, the free edition is where you want to be. And I also want to give an honorable mention to Cash App Taxes. If you are a student loan borrower, you can absolutely use this tax software for free to file your taxes and claim that student loan interest. All right, let's talk about the best tax software for cryptocurrency traders. Now, virtual currency is something that has really been addressed in a lot of the tax software, but you want one that has the capabilities to import those transactions and make it really easy for you to understand what kind of taxes or what tax implications are part of your situation when it comes to cryptocurrency. And that's why our winner is TurboTax Premier. With TurboTax Premier, you are able to sync up with Coinbase, and Coinbase is going to integrate into TurboTax's system so that you can import those transactions very easily. If you've done multiple trades in 2022, you're going to find if you go with another tax software out there that it's going to be very tedious for you to manually enter in all of those trades. So with the Premier version of TurboTax, you'll be able to use that Coinbase import feature and make it so much easier on your tax filing experience. The runner-up in this category is TaxAct Premier. Now, while it doesn't have that direct import feature like TurboTax Premier does, there is kind of a backdoor method to this. Filers can attach the IRS Form 8949 using this method, and then they can summarize their total capital gains into one single line. So we all know that getting your crypto investments correct is a necessary evil. That's why we put together a category, Best Tax Calculators for Crypto and NFT Traders. The winner in this category is Coinly. Coinly is a great app for tracking your cryptocurrency across different platforms and across different wallets. So then when it comes time to actually pull those tax reports, this is a paid feature, but you can pull those tax reports and actually gather all of that information so it's ready to go to file your taxes. And the runner-up in this category is TaxBit. TaxBit provides tax reporting for people using connected exchanges. So if you're using something like Binance or Coinbase, TaxBit could be the right option for you when it comes to tax reporting on your crypto investments. And an honorable mention here would be ZenLedger. ZenLedger has similar capabilities to TaxBit, but the free option only supports up to 25 transactions. Okay, let's talk about the best tax software for stock market investors. Now, obviously, if you've made hundreds of trades, you're not going to want to manually enter in all of those transactions. That would be so time consuming, which is why both of our winners here are some of the more expensive ones, but honestly, this is going to make life so much more easy for you. And the winner in this category is H&R Block Premium. This feature is so nice because in H&R Block Premium, you can actually connect to your brokerage account through the tax software, have that stuff automatically feed into the tax software, and you're ready to go. No manually entering in every single form. Very tedious, and also not to mention prone to error. This is going to be a big time saver for you and well worth the cost. Our runner-up in this category is TurboTax Premium. Now you're gonna see H&R Block and TurboTax basically go head-to-head on a lot of these different options. TurboTax Premium also has the capabilities of connecting automatically with your brokerage account and feeding that into the tax software. But because H&R Block has slightly undercut TurboTax on cost, that's why they made our winner. But this runner-up option is actually really good too. All right, do you own rental property? Then you'll want to pay attention to this next category, which is best tax software for landlords. Landlords historically have some of the more tedious and complex tax filing situations, mainly because you have to keep track of business income, expenses, and depreciation. So you want a tool that is going to help you calculate those things and input that correctly. Our winner in this category is TaxSlayer Classic. I bet you're like, whoa, I wonder why it wasn't our premium ones like H&R Block and TurboTax. But we all know those filing rental income usually pay the most amount. That's why TaxSlayer Classic is the best option for you, because you're going to appreciate the easy to use interface and also the fact that they support Schedule E's. Now, if you're unsure about what to report, or you have a question on your rental income or things that you should report on your property, you can always upgrade into the TaxSlayer Premium, which is going to give you access to a tax expert. Our runner-up in this category is Cash App Taxes. Again, because landlords are always faced with some of the most heaviest costs when it comes to tax software, Cash App Taxes is literally free, and landlords can bypass all the expenses that comes with filing their taxes and getting the job done right with an easy to use interface. Okay, one of my favorite categories here on the show, best tax software for side hustlers. If you've been a College Investor fan for a long time, then you know that we appreciate a good side hustle income, whether it was a one-off gig or you've been doing this frequently throughout the past year. You want a tax software that is going to help you report that income correctly, which is why our winner in this category is Cash App Taxes, a free software that is going to help you file those taxes correctly the first time with an easy to use interface. This one's a no-brainer for those making side hustle income and want to report that correctly. Our runner-up in this category is TaxSlayer Classic. Now, while this is a paid tax software, it really has the great features that you want without all the bells and whistles. It's just very clean and easy to use, and it's at a great price point. Okay, let's talk about the best tax software for small business owners. Not only are you charged with reporting your income and expenses, you also need to think about any depreciating assets that you might have, retirement plans. It can get a little complex. While most small business owners probably benefit from working directly with a tax accountant, if you want to DIY your tax software, you need one that is up for the challenge, which is why our winner in this category is TaxSlayer Self-Employed. TaxSlayer offers a premium tax filing service at like literally a fraction of the cost than some of the bigger players in the market. So if you're wanting to save a little bit on this, but DIY, TaxSlayer Classic is your best option. Our runner-up in this category is TurboTax Self-Employed. Now they used to, and I'm so sad that they did away with this feature, they used to be able to connect with QuickBooks, and they've since done away with that feature. I'm really sad about that, because as somebody who used to use the self-employed QuickBooks tool, that would have been so nice to be able to connect that with TurboTax Self-Employed. And that's why it makes our runner-up. Again, very robust platform. It's going to be expensive, but it's going to be really easy to get through this tax filing situation, especially if you're a small business owner. Let's talk about the best value for experienced filers. If you've had years of experience filing your own taxes, you know the drill, not a lot changes in your tax filing situation, then you're going to want to take a look at our winner, Cash App Taxes, a free filing service no matter what your tax filing situation is. Especially if you're experienced, you're going to find that it's going to take you no time at all to file your taxes using Cash App Taxes. Our runner-up in this category is Free Tax USA. While it's not really free, you do have to pay $14.99 per state filing. It's a very easy to use tax software. Once you get inside the dashboard, it's very intuitive and you can quickly get all of your forms uploaded. Our next category is best support from tax pros. There may be a time where you are filing your taxes and you have a question and you need advice and an answer from a tax expert. There is tax software that can connect you with a live person, a live professional, to help you get those questions answered. Our winner in this category is TaxHawk Pro Support. For just $24.99, you can get all of your tax questions answered from a professional who knows what they're doing, which is really great assurance as you are going through your taxes. You want to make sure you are doing them correctly and you're not missing anything. Our runner-up in this category is TaxSlayer Premium. You can get advice from an enrolled agent or a CPA, and it also comes with audit defense support and unlimited tech support. Our next category is Best Virtual Tax Preparation. Now, since the pandemic, it's become even more popular for people to virtually send in all of their tax forms and have a CPA or professional do their taxes for them. And so our winner in this category is TurboTax. They offer a complete full service tax prep for you where you can digitally upload those forms. You can virtually meet with a tax professional that is going to give you your final results of your taxes and help you file those correctly. Our runner-up in this category is H&R Block. What we like about H&R Block Virtual is that you can even get an estimated time of when your taxes and your tax returns will be turned around for you so that you can review them and file them ahead of the deadline. So if you're one of those people who like to use your tax refunds to pay for a bill really quickly, then you may have heard of this tax refund anticipation loan that has come up recently. Unfortunately, too many companies are charging high interest rates for this type of feature. However, we did find one that could be worth looking into, and that's with TurboTax. Filers can qualify up to $3,000 in loans on a debit card within 5 to 10 days of applying. There are no fees, no interest, but again, when you get that refund actually supplied to you, you will have to use it to pay back on that tax refund anticipation loan. So as you can see, tax software is no one size fits all. It really does depend on your own tax filing situation and what happened in 2022. You want something that is going to help you get the job done right, and for the right price. What did you think of these categories? Let us know in the comments. If you like these types of videos, give it a big thumbs up and we'll catch you in the next one.